Good morning, everyone. You're back with Miss Torres again. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay. I'm doing really well, and I brought my special friend with me today. This is my puppy dog friend named Paz. In Spanish, the word paz means peace. So, good morning, Paz. He doesn't speak very loud, but he says good morning. He's a really fluffy pup. I can tell him all kinds of stuff. Do you have any stuffed animals at your house that you can talk to? I hope you do. Sometimes if I'm having a rough day, I just say, Paz, I need to talk to you about some stuff. And I tell him all kinds of stuff. Anything that worries me, or maybe even something that bothers me, or something that makes me super mad. I just talk to him. Paz. He's a fluff. Paz, you want to hear a story this morning? He says yes. All right, let's get going. Speaking of mad, I have a story today that's about a little tiny animal. And I think she's a little rat. And her name is Smudge. The title of this book is called Smudges Grumpy Day. And the author is Miriam Moss, and the illustrator is Lynn Chapman. This book is published by Scholastic. You see the publisher at the bottom. Smudge's Grumpy Day. As we're reading this story, how about we look and see if we can figure out what Smudge is feeling and also what we could do to help her. Smudge's Grumpy Day. Man, does she look grumpy. Ooh, her face looks grumpy. Her eyes look grumpy. Her hands look grumpy. I'm worried about her. Paz, do you see that? Look at that. I could read this book for you and also for Paz. He likes to hear books too. She has a teddy bear too, but she's not hugging her teddy bear or talking to her teddy bear. Let's see what this book is. Smudge's Grumpy Day. Smudge jumped out of bed. Ow, she said, stubbing her toe on the chair. Oh no, she cried as she opened the curtains. It was pouring rain. Now she would be stuck inside all day long. Are you staying inside your house a lot right now? Me too. Sometimes it gets boring there, huh? So maybe we know what Smudge is feeling. She looks kind of sad. Smudge got dressed in a fed-up sort of way, and then she looked at herself in the mirror. Even her whiskers are grumpy. Every single button, she buttoned it wrong. Ugh! Man, everything is going wrong for her right now. Oh, bother, 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 she shouted angrily. Poor Smudge. We could talk to the character. We could tell her, it's going to be okay, Smudge. Don't worry. Uh-oh. We have a new person. Good morning, smiled Stripe. Oh, I guess his name is Stripe. Maybe because he has a stripe on him. He looks like a skunk, maybe. Good morning, smiled Stripe. Bad morning, said Smudge. What's the matter? asked Stripe. Everything, replied Smudge very, very grumpily. Have some breakfast, said Stripe. I don't even want anything to eat, Smudge said. Man, she is in a grumpy place. Stripe sliced some bread. What shall we do today? He asked. I'm not answering any more questions, said Smudge very, very rudely. What's the matter? said Stripe. I mean, Can I help you? No, you cannot help me, Smudge said, looking at him angrily with angry eyes. Can you make your eyes look angry eyes? Can you make your face look angry face? Yeah. If you're going to be rude, said Stripe very calmly, perhaps you should go outside and go do something else. I will go outside and I will go somewhere else, Smudge cried, stomping herself out of the room, and I won't ever come back, ever, ever, ever. Yikes. Man. Slam went the back door as Smudge left her home. She marched across the lawn, down the path towards the river that was by her house, and the rain trickled under her chin and down her neck. Oh man, she looks really sad right here. Smudge stood by the river for a really long time, watching the water flow by and really just feeling miserable. Miserable. Even her whiskers look miserable, sad. Oh, you know what I see? In both of these pictures, her friend Stripe is watching out for her from the window. Isn't it good to have friends and grown-ups and people that love you and care about you, and they watch out for you even if you're having a really rough day, right? I hope you have someone like that. Suddenly, Goose paddled up in the river. Hello, Goose, said Smudge. I'm actually glad to see you. Are you? Said Goose. Why? Well, because I've just left home, announced Smudge. Oh, goodness, said Goose. For forever? Forever, said Smudge. Smudge wiped the rain from her eyes. I think maybe she has some little tears in her eyes, too. Well, why don't we go and play in your treehouse, Goose suggested. Smudge smiled a little. Okay, she said. Hey, I think Smudge is starting to feel better. I wonder if it helped her just to stand by the river and take a minute to find a space for herself and watch the water, maybe. Yeah, that's how she helped herself calm down. What do you do when you need to calm down? Do you go to your room for a minute, or do you go outside? I just wonder about that. Do you have a place that you go to calm down? That would be a good idea, to find a good place in your house that could be your own space just for you to calm down. Maybe you could have a stuffed animal and maybe a pillow, and maybe you could even have a book or maybe some paper to draw or color on. That's a nice idea. You might think about that if you don't have one already. I call it a place to calm down. Back to the story. Oh my goodness, there they are. This must be the treehouse. And wait, Smudge's face looks different. She doesn't have that grumpy, grouchy, sad face. She has a new kind of face. What kind of face is this? She has a face that says, I feel happier. Maybe. And she's dancing with her teddy bear and her friend. Soon Smudge forgot about being grumpy and miserable, and she was having such a fine time with Goose. It looks like maybe they're dancing or listening to music or just playing around. It's nice when you start feeling better, huh? Hare and Mole rode around the bend in the river. You know what else I noticed? It's not raining anymore. They're outside, and it looks like kind of a better day, with sun and everything. "Ahoy there!" shouted Hare. "Come and play pirates with us." Smudge and Goose climbed aboard. "Smudge has left home," said Goose. "Oh dear," Mole gasped, looking worried. "Forever?" said Hare. "I think so," said Smudge. They had a great time playing pirates, and somehow Goose always ended up walking on the plank. Then it began to start getting dark. Uh-oh. But if Smudge has left for forever, where will she go when it gets dark? "Smudge, why don't you go home just for tonight?" suggested Mole as they rode home. "I don't think I can. I told Stripe I would not ever come back," explained Smudge. "Well, then you'll have to stay the night in your treehouse," said Hare. "I bet you're brave enough." Do you think she's brave enough to stay in a treehouse the whole night by herself? Smudge looked very unsure. Uh-oh, it looks really dark in this picture. Up in the treehouse, Smudge watched the dark swallow her up and her friends up as they walked away home. Suddenly, something below her went crack. Smudge froze. Oh my goodness, what was that? Her face looks a little bit scared. What does your face look like when you get scared? Can you show me your scared face? That's my scared face. Right? Something was coming to get her, maybe, and she shut her eyes with her hands. Oh, poor Smudge. What should she do? If you were with Smudge, what would you tell her to do? I would tell her the same thing. She should go home. Do you think she'll go home? Let's see. "Hello," said Stripe. Wait a minute. Stripe came to her in the treehouse. "I've brought you supper." He poured them a delicious hot soup, and they sat sipping it together. And Smudge soon felt a warm, happy glow inside of her. "I was a bit grumpy this morning, wasn't I?" Smudge said. "Yes, but everyone is sometimes grumpy," Stripe said gently. "I didn't run far away," continued Smudge, "because I missed you." "I missed you too," smiled Stripe. When they finished their supper, Stripe and Smudge went happily home together. The end. What a nice book that was. All about how Smudge went through a lot of feelings in just one day. It's weird how feelings happen like that. Like you wake up and you feel kind of grumpy, but then after a while you start feeling a little bit better, and then sometimes you could feel something that's happening and you get like scared for a minute, and then maybe later then you start feeling like kind of happy again, right? That's because feelings change, right? Feelings change for all of us, all of the time. Did you like that story, Paz? He says yes. Paz. Paz, could you stay with us for our whole lesson today? He will. That was a great story, boys and girls. You know, all the teachers who are coming on to visit with you each day at your home, well, our job is really, we just care about you. And so if nobody's told you that today, that you're amazing, guess what? You are amazing. You. Yeah, you. You should say to yourself, I'm so amazing. Yeah, say that. And then you could also just kiss your brain. Do you know how to kiss your own brain? Well, you just like kiss on your finger, and then you touch it on your brain and you say, good job, smart self. Can you say that? Good job, smart self. Yeah, you are smart. I'm glad to be with you. Well, we have so many cool things to do today. I'm just going to keep going. We're reading, we're doing math, we're doing letters and sounds, we're doing science experiments, and we're even talking about things like feelings. The one thing I want to tell you is that even if you don't have a lot of books in your house, or even if you do, there's other ways that you could practice reading at your house, when you are out, if you take like a little walk around your block. And I wanted to show you some of those. This is a special kind of reading that's like reading the stuff that's around you. There's words all around you. Like if you go to your kitchen, you might find a cereal box, and that cereal box might have like those letters on there. Do you know how to read that? You're right. It says Fruit Loops. You're a reader. You are a reader. I see lots of things on this picture. Like if you're out on a walk, you might see one of these kinds of signs that says, stop. Stop. That says stop. I wonder if you know what that word says. Walmart. Yep. How about this one? Target. And if you like pizza, you might know this one. Domino's. The reason I wanted to show you this book is because you could create your own book for you to read that's just made out of words around your house. How about it? All you need is just some plain paper and then maybe a pair of scissors, and you might need to ask for help from a grown-up for that. And then you could just say, I want to try to make a book for myself to read, and I'm going to make it out of just things that I find around the house. So let's turn to the first page. These are all pictures that I cut out of signs that you could see out, like outside. Normally you don't see these inside, but outside you do, like the stop sign. What do you think this sign might say? It has a bus on there, and then, wait, S-T-O-P, S-T-O, what does that say? Stop. It's a bus stop sign. If you go to the bathroom, sometimes you will see signs that say if it's only for men or only for women, or it could be a unisex, like anybody could go in there. There's other signs that you could see as well. Signs for different kinds of foods, like maybe you have some food in your house, and once all the food is gone, you should probably not cut it out until the food is eaten, because then guess what? You would tear it up. But if you cut it out, then you could just tape it onto a piece of paper, like Tostitos or Doritos or Fritos. All three of those words rhyme. Fritos, Doritos, Tostitos, mosquitoes. Can you think of another thing that has Edos at the end? Cheetos. Well, I also see some signs that you might just see around your house. Like maybe if you're watching television, you might see this sign that says Univision. Might see that. Zucaritas, I love those. Yum, yum, yum. I just mostly wanted to show you some of the pictures that I have. These are signs that you might see as you're driving. Maybe if you take a drive, you might see some of these signs. Or maybe you have a bag at your house that might have this on there. Sometimes these things are called logos. Oh man, there's a lot of different toys on here. Oh, I wonder if you guys know what that one says. Or maybe this one. I bet you do, you readers. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of things that you could cut out and glue into a book, or tape, if you have tape, into a book, or just have out and just like put them around your house. You could read a book like this to somebody, maybe a stuffed animal, or maybe a brother or sister, or a abuela, or a tia, or maybe like anybody. This is just an idea, and I want to show it to you in case you need some ideas for making your own kind of book. This kind of book is called environmental print. It means you see it in your environment, or maybe in your community. Community. Wow. Community. Today, talking about community, I have a very interesting book. This one is going to be a surprise for you, so fasten your seatbelts. Put on your superhero helmet. Buckle you in. Let's check out this book. This is actually a book that is about a kind of a vehicle that's like something that drives in your community. Your community is like the area that you live in, like your neighborhood, and then a little bit bigger than your neighborhood is your community. 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 The interesting part about this book is that it's pretty hilarious and kind of disgusting. I think you'll love it. I like funny books, and so I decided I would bring this one today as we're talking about community. This book's title is I Stink. It has an exclamation point at the end, so that means we got to say it pretty big. Like we don't say, I stink. No, we have to like make our voice say, I stink. Can you say that? Here we go. By Kate and Jim McMullen. And this is a really interesting book that I have to tell you about because it's, well, let me just show you. This is published by Harper Trophy. Let's get to the first page. Oh, even the front design is interesting. I see a pattern, do you? It's like dark blue, light blue, dark blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue. Wow. I stink. And here is this garbage truck. And this is like the whole community. There's houses, apartments, buildings, gas shops, maybe stores, cars, streets. Oh man, look how the words look. These words are very interesting because they don't go like in a straight line. They go like sideways and then like down ways and then like circle ways. I like books like that. Okay, who am I? Question mark. Question mark means I'm asking a question. So I don't say, who am I? That sounds like a robot, right? I'm going to ask a question. So I'm going to make my voice ask a question. Who am I? You see how I changed my voice and my face? I've got lights, 10 wide tires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wide tires. No air conditioning. Not me. I've got doubles, steering wheels, gas pedals, and brakes. I am totally doolop. Know what I do at night while you are asleep? I eat your trash. Man, see those bags? I smell breakfast. Look how all the letters are in capitals. That means you should make your voice a little bigger. I smell breakfast. Crew, get me to the curb. Lights, blink. Brakes, squeal. I made my voice make the sound that the word says. Squeal. Can you make the word squeal with your voice? Excellent. Tailgate, say ah. Feed me. Straight into my hopper. Nice toss, guys. Stop. Look at that word stop again. That's the same word we had in our book, remember? I bet you have a stop sign by your house, too. In goes the trash. Hopper's full. Hit the throttle. Give me some gas. Rev me to the max. Engine, roar. Roar. Wow. This is a noisy book. Did I wake you? Too bad. Pistons, bring on the crusher blade. Blade, push back on the bags. Squeeze them, crush them, mash them, smash them. Whoa, those bags are way compacted. That word compacted means they're squished down. And there they are. Whoa, did you see it's leaking some stuff? Hey, Kayaskel. That's kind of gross, huh? Burp. Do you think a garbage can really does do a burp? Can you make a burp sound for you? Those are some big burps right there. Now I have room for alphabet soup. Get a load of my recipe. Uh-oh. Now he's going to put one thing inside of his trash garbage truck that starts with every letter of the alphabet. Letter A is for apple cores. B for banana peels. C for candy wrappers. And D for, oh man, I'm not even going to touch that, dirty diapers. E for eggshells. F for fish heads. G for gobs and gobs of gum. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H for a half-eaten hot dog. I for icky ice cream cartons. M for moldy meatballs. Moldy meatballs. N for nasty neckties. J for jam jars. K for kitty litter. L for lobster claws. O for orange peels. Oh, that's another one I'm not going to touch. P for puppy poo. Puppy poo. Paz, did you see that? He says, how gross. Q for quail bones, too. R for rotten radishes. S for smelly sneakers. And T for toothpaste tubes. And W for watermelon rinds. And X for extra large t-shirts. Oh, and U for, oh, that's embarrassing, ugly underpants. Oof. V for vacuum bags. Y for year-old yams. Z for zipped up ziti with zucchini. Thank you very much. Hey, look at this sign right here at this part. Do you know what that says? It says recycle. Recycle. We're going to do a lesson on recycle. Oh, wow. There he is, this whole big garbage can. What's that? You think I stink? Woo-wee, do I ever? No skunk ever stunk this bad. Go on, hold your nose. Are you holding your nose? But think about it. Without me? Without me? You're on the mountain of trash-a-rama, baby. You know what? That garbage truck has a really good thing to say. If we didn't have garbage trucks come by and take our trash, we would be living with all that trash. We would be living right on top of it. Imagine if all that trash was everywhere. Wow. You're on a mountain of trash-a-rama, baby. Look how the illustrator and the author made those words into almost a mountain shape. It's so cool if you write words like that and then you make the word be the shape of what it is, like a mountain. Next up, the river. Lights, flash, driver, reverse. Get me to the barge. Hear me blast my backup rap. Beep, 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 beep. That's the backup rap. Hey, out of my way. I wonder what's going to happen. So he backed up, and then there's like this little barge here. It's kind of like a boat, but it's flat. Ready, crew, action. Pins out. Power takeoff switch, hit it. Tailgate, separate. Up, up, up. Tailgate sweeper, eject. Plop. And all of the trash goes right on top of this barge. Are they going to put it in the water? I wonder. Let's see. I'm empty. I'm beat. You're waking up now, but I need some Z's. Z's means sleeping. Back to the garage, crew. Hose me down and gas me up. See you tomorrow night, guys. Who am I? The garbage truck. That's who. Wow. What a great story. You know, I think because we live in New Mexico, we don't really put our trash maybe like on a barge in the water. We have like a different place. It's almost like a place where they collect all of the garbage at. It would be really interesting for you, if you have time or if you have a grown-up, you could ask them if they know, where does all the garbage go? It'd be interesting to talk to somebody about that. If you have a computer or maybe a cell phone, or if someone in your family does, you could say, where do we put all of our trash? That would be an interesting thing to learn about, right? You know, talking about this book, though, I want to tell you just a little bit about something that I notice in this book. I'm going to move over here to my little chart. I have a little chart here that is talking about two different kinds of words that we saw today when we were reading our book. There were two different kinds. One kind of word was a verb, and one was an adjective. And I wonder if you can help me remember what kinds of words are verbs. What are verbs? Do you remember? Verbs. Verbs, in case you just forgot, or maybe you know already, but verbs are things that say like what you do, like actions. Let's try some verbs together, okay? All right, stand up. Are you standing? All right. We are going to tap our head. Tapping your head is something that you're doing. So tapping is a verb. It's something you're doing. It's an action. Maybe you can march. Are you marching? Wow, you are very good marchers. That's an action, like a verb, something that you do. I would like for us to look back through the book and write down some of the words that we see that say things that are action. There was a lot of action in that book, right? The thing about adjectives is they don't do action. They are describing words. And describing words say like, if something is beautiful or disgusting or yucky. We're going to take a look at the book and find 3 words that are verbs and 3 words that are adjectives. I'm going to read just 1 page out of there, and then I'm going to see if you guys can listen carefully first for the words that show action. Remember, that's like something you do, like tickling yourself. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Did you tickle yourself? That's an action. Okay, I'm ready. Let me turn to a page in here. Any page, let's find one. All right. Ready? Did I wake you? Too bad. Bring on the crusher blade. Push back the bags. Squeeze them. Crush them. Mash them. Smash them. Whoa, those bags are way compacted. Did you hear any verbs in there? Me too. What are some of the verbs that you heard in there? The things that you do, like actions. I heard the word push. So I'm going to come over on this side that says verbs, and I'm going to make 3 little words that are verbs that I just read. I'm going to make a number 1, and then I'm going to say push. I heard the word push, and push is an action. Can you do push? Yeah, push. Push starts like p, 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 p. That's the letter P. Push. There's that SH sound right there. I also heard another one, mash. Mash. I'm going to make a 2. And I'm going to make the word mash. Sh. Oh, there's that sh sound again. Push and mash. Now I'm going to make a 3. Push the trash and mash the trash and crush the trash. Crush, crush, crush. There's that SH sound again. Push the trash, mash the trash, crush the trash. Those are all verbs. Verbs are the kinds of words in our language, in English language, that show action, like you're doing something. Okay? Verbs. Adjectives are describers. They tell about something. I'm going to read another page, and we're going to try to listen to see if we can find some words that describe something. Let me start again over here. All right. Okay. Who am I? I've got lights. 10 wide, large tires. No air conditioning. I've got doubles, steering wheels, gas pedals, brakes. I am totally dual op. Do you know what I do at night while you are asleep? Sleeping so calmly. Did you hear any words that describe? I did too. I heard wide. Wide describes. Large. Large describes stuff. And I also heard big. So wide and large and big, those are all describing words. Those are adjectives. I'm going to come on this side. Same thing, adjectives. Here's my number 1. I heard the word wide, wide, wide. I also heard the word large, large, large. And I also heard the word big, big. Look at that. We read the book. We made some of the sounds. We did some actions. We talked about kinds of words that you might find in a book. When you're reading a book, you might come across some words that show action. If you see those words, you can say, hey, that's a verb. That's something you do. It shows action. The adjectives that you find are things that describe something. They're not just tires, they're wide, large tires. Those are adjectives. Very nice. I think we're ready. I'm going to bring my book back over. Speaking of letters and words, I want to show you one more thing that you could do today. We were talking about books and about letters, but we're definitely going to talk about things you can make at your own home. And what I want to show you is I've got kind of a letter board. It has a lot of different letters. These are just some cool letters. Maybe you've seen these letters at your school. And they're called letter tiles. They're different colors. And I could play with these letters doing all kinds of things. But the most interesting thing about these letter tiles is that if you don't have them at your home, it's no big deal. You could just make them. I made some this morning. And all I did was I just cut up some just regular paper. It was like the back of something, and I just cut it into small squares. And then I got 2 colors of markers. I did red for all the vowels. Do you know all the vowels? Like A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, and those are the letters of the vowels. Sometimes Y, but what I did is I wanted to show you that all my other letters, the consonants, they're all in blue. If you want to make letter tiles, you can make your own. The reason I wanted to show you the letter tiles is because I'm going to show you a game today. And it's a fun kind of a game, mostly because when you play a game like this, you get the chance that you could actually play like you're playing outside. And so all you would need is just a piece of paper and, of course, your little letter tiles. And I call it the letter playground. Now, letter playground is a fun game to play just because you can do it anytime. You could do it by yourself. You can do it with somebody else if you want to. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my little dry erase marker, and I'm just going to make a little slide. So I'm going to make first the tall ladder for the slide, and then I'm going to make the steps that you step on a slide. Those are actually called the rungs of a ladder or stairs. So here's that, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. And then I'm going to make the slide. Now a slide sort of starts at the top and then like it comes down at the bottom. All right? Doesn't that look like a fun slide? I know. So here's the playground slide. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my lid back on my marker. You could be doing this just with paper. And yours would be laying flat down on the ground, but I've got some magnet letters. So because they're magnets, I can stick them on here and they won't fall down. So I'm going to choose a vowel. Here's my letter A. And I'm going to just put that little letter A right there at the end of the slide. And then I'm also going to choose one consonant, and I'm going to put that at the end right there of the slide. And then I'm going to start playing a game. So I say all of these letters are little letter friends, and they're playing at a park. They're just playing on the slide at a park. And so the letters A and T, if you put them together, A says ah, and T says t, t. And if you put them together, they are at. Have you ever blended letters like that? Ah and t, at. This is the at friends. So letter A and letter T that together say at, they decided that they would just help all their friends. And they said, hey guys, come on over, climb up the slide, and I'll catch you. We will catch you at the bottom of the slide. So of course, the first one that says, oh, me, I'm in line, is letter B. Letter B is like Billy Bob. Billy Bob. B says b. Can you say the sound for B? B. Yep. So letter B climbs up the ladder and he says, are you guys sure you'll catch me? And at says, yeah, no problem. We got you, man. We'll catch you. So all the way up the ladder they climb. B. Okay, I'm on my way down. At bat. We just made a new word. At bat. Wow. Have you worked with word families before, like bat and cat and fat and rat? This is pretty cool. But all of a sudden, it's someone else's turn. Letter B has already had his turn, so we'll scoot him over here. He's already had his turn. We're taking turns, letter B. Let's find a new one. How about we have letter F? This is Freddie F. Freddie F says, it's my turn. Are you going to catch me now? Yes, says at. We will catch you. So letter F climbs up the ladder. And he says, catch me, guys. At fat. That's another at family word. At fat. Letter F has had his turn. But wait a minute. All of a sudden, letter A says, I'm feeling a little bit sleepy. I need to take a break, please. Letter A just comes over on the resting side. And there's another vowel that says, hey, I will take care of this. Letter I. Itch, I. Letter I says, I will be in the middle. We just changed the word. Let's tap out this new word that was made. The sound for F is f. It. It. Fit. See how that changed? I know. I think it would be great. Letter F says, I think I'm tired. I'm ready to rest. Let us try a new letter. The letter that comes is letter S. Letter S is Sally, Susie, Sammy, S. Sally, Susie, Sammy, is that a name? Letter S says, I'm going on my way up. Catch me, please. All the way up, letter S says her sound. S, 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 s. And when she gets to the top, she says, I'm coming down, guys. Catch me. S, s. It, sit. We have a new word family. S, it, like sit and lit and bit and fit. I know. Then letter S says, I think I'm just feeling a little bit tired. I'm scooting over. This is amazing because you could play letter playground all day long. And you could trade things out. You could change out for maybe, I don't know, a new vowel. You could keep your vowels changing out. You could actually even change all of the letters and do something else that looks more like, let me try G, go, go. So let's see. Now we have og, og. Let's find a letter. Who wants to come on the playground slide? And letter D says, I'll go, I'll go. And so D-Dug goes up and says his name. My name's Danny Doozy D. And he says, I'm coming up. Catch me, guys. All the way up, he says his sound. D, 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 D. At the top of the slide, he says, catch me, please. D, 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 D. Og, dog. D, og, dog. See how I'm playing that game? This is a good idea. You won't have maybe the ones that are magnets. Maybe you have magnet letters. If you do, you could play it like on a refrigerator or on anything else that's a surface that is magnetic. If you don't, though, you can always just take some little letter tiles, just make some out of just paper. If you need a grown-up or someone to help you, you could always just ask someone. I'm sure someone would help you. And then you just can put them in order, and then remember you just like make your slide, and you just make like a tall slide with like a ladder to climb up, and then the slide that just goes down. And you just practice with it. It's an interesting way to play and work with letters at the same time. I know. I love it too. Well, boys and girls, I have to tell you, this has been one of the best days for me to be able to just come and see you guys again. Paz and I, do you remember Paz? Say hello, Paz. He says hello. Paz and I, we can't wait to come and play with you again. Now that you know Paz, you'll see him on another time. And you could also bring your stuffed animal whenever you're coming to watch us on television. You could bring your stuffed animal, and maybe even you could read a book to your stuffed animal, or you could tell your stuffed animal like all kinds of stories. And you can even tell your stuffed animal secrets. Like if there's like a secret that you don't want anybody to know and you just want to tell your stuffed animal, you just like whisper in their ear like this. And you tell them what you need to tell them. Today I have to tell you that this is one of the best days for me also because, did you know what? We are going into a new season called spring. And in spring, like, there's more sunshine, and also sometimes there's more wind, so it might be kind of windy on some days. And so you just might start seeing changes outside. You might see, like, when you go out for a walk, you might see that things are starting to change. Like on the trees, you might like start to see like little tiny green buds coming out of the tree. Buds. Those are like tree buds. The trees are starting to bud. And it might make you even sneeze if you have allergies. But I say, one thing I want you to do, if you can, when you go outside, start looking around at all the stuff around your house or your backyard or your front yard or wherever you get to go outside at. And start looking around for all the signs for what kinds of changes are happening. And you can use your super sneaky eyes and your amazing smelling nose to smell new stuff. And you can listen to hear if you hear changes that are happening. It's like a walk to explore. And when you're out there, you could think about how much it's nice to be outside and how you like to walk around. You could even take your stuffed animal with you if you really want to. Boys and girls, and everybody that's on this show, thanks for being here today. I really appreciate when you have a minute to come and see us. And I will see you again next time, and I hope you have a good day. Hug to you. Bye.